It's Paige, and here we are in the kitchen today. My sister, who is my biggest critiquer, that I trust her, implicitly says, Paige, you're cute. You're cute. I said, thank you. But your videos are boring because you don't move. So, in the name of not having a boring video, here we are. Hold on, let's spin it this way so we can all see each other. Here we are, moving in our space. Just for my sister. There you go, dear. I moved for you. Today, hold on, let's go back to the kitchen. And of course, I started laundry, but the dog blankets had to be washed. So, with that being said, we're back together. I want to talk about what I want to do in this space, how I want to fix it, what I want it to look like, and make our list. Because, darn it, life goes better. Look at me being tall. Life is so much better when we have a list of what we want to go do. That's what I think. I just want to give a big shout out to my people that are always with me. You know who you are. I thank you so much. And let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover. I'd be happy to, because I like to talk. Anyway, the moral of the story is, I had started remodeling the house in 2023, and then my hands got messed up, so it had to stop. I do have the paint for this room, and let's see if we can get a better look at the color of the paint. It's kind of just a boring beige, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna spin you. Hold on. Let me come to this side. Spin you, spin you, spin you, spin you, spin you, spin you, spin you. So you can kind of see the wall color. It's kind of like a creamy beige. I've liked this color. The room that is open to it is the family room, living room area. We have this itty bitty little galley kitchen. It is definitely a teeny tiny space. We only have arm lengths apart, which is great because I can do here and I can do here and get it all done at the same time. There's just not much room. Now, hardcore remodeling, I don't have the skills to do. Not that I might not try it. I would definitely love, excuse me, to come in and somehow lower this. Just bring this down and connect it across. And I'm not sure, because if I stay with the same board at this point, it would be that difficult. There is a light switch here and another switch here that might have to be reoriented somehow. I don't know if being flat with a cover, I don't know how they do that, or take them out altogether. With that, then there's a switch there, a switch there. So I would still have 1, 2, 3, possibly 4. Yes, I would still have 4 other light switches in this space. So losing these two wouldn't break my heart that much. Now, my house is, at this point, 19 years old. So I wonder if I'm live, but I'm on private. Let me check. I'm gonna do a little check right here because it is very odd that my husband has not come in to have lunch with me. So let me go check. It's a very good possibility that I did do it on private, which, c'est la vie, baby. If I did, I'll just make this a video. We'll go from there, right? I'm gonna view my channel. And, oh, it does say somebody's watching. All right, well then they just came in. All right, so with that being said, I wouldn't be opposed to losing the outlets if I could lower that. That's something that is definitely way beyond where we're starting. The first thing we're gonna do is get these walls resealed. With sealed, I mean, I need to cover up all of the nicks. I'll bring you over here. I had a bunch of stuff back here that I had hanging at one point. I need to sand. I need to fill some holes. Definitely needs to be painted. I am not thrilled. Yeah, and this needs to be attached. We had to replace our microwave. So, but I'm not too worried about that. Above my doorway, we definitely have more holes. So, I think the first thing, hi Miss Panda, welcome. Talking about the upgrades that we are gonna do on this kitchen. So the first thing I gotta put on my list, I need caulk. So I'll do two. I'll do a supply list. I think we'll make our list now, and then as soon as I get back from my mother's visiting my mom, we'll get working on this. So we need caulk. Not caulk. We need plaster. Yeah. Okay, and we need to fill our holes. Then we need to sand. I need to double check my sandpaper. I am not sure how many different kinds. I know I have some, but I need to find my sand. And then we're gonna paint. I do have the paint already. It's 2 years old, but the can has never been opened. So it should still work absolutely fine. So here we are. We've gotten the space painted. Now, the question is, and I'm gonna have to give you guys a really big look around. There is 0 crown molding in this space. It runs all the way down, as you can see, all the way around. And then it opens into this other space. There's no crown molding. Question is, I need a vote. Do we want to do crown molding? Now, I am going to go in and I'll show you over all my door frames. I'm going to add a 2x, let me show you. I'm going to add a 1x4 over each of the doorways. So if I add a 1x4, it's going to take it to here, okay? And then if I add some more trim on top of that, it's going to take it almost to the ceilings. There's 2 doors and then this big sliding glass door. My other thought was, instead of crown molding everything, because there's this wonky ridge, see this wonky ridge? It's just wonky. Instead of crown molding all of it, what if I did the extensions on the doors, and I can also continue those extensions of the same look onto the exterior part of the windows, adding, all right, let's go this way. Ready? Because these rooms are open, we are gonna have to do them together. And I really kind of like the farmhouse look of adding into the window. And if you add the 1x4 across, it's going to come out to here, which I would have just enough room. And then I could add my corner pieces like I added on the fireplace. Or I could even add this trim up top. I might just do the up top to begin with. So if it's on the, I have a double window, single, and 2 doorways, and then the sliding glass. Would that be architecturally exciting enough to not have to do crown molding? And of course, I want it to kind of be uniquely me. See how that could have the large piece on top? And then it was on a 30-year plan, and now it's on a 50-year plan. I want to take these windows out and make a room over there. So let's come back to here. But in the meantime, my thought was we could add, you know, the really, really fancy, look, we're gonna all get dizzy today, corner sconces. So that in each of the corners, I could have a sconce. What do you think? What should we do? How should we do it? I don't know. But I think after I do the painting, there I am. Hi guys, I'm moving today. After we do the painting, then we can kind of breathe about it and make the next decision. I definitely want a floor to ceiling cabinet, and I think it's something I might build. So let's come over here and look. Oh, okay. So after we move everything out of here, the table is going to go back in the dining room. And I have a cafe table out front that's the wrought iron, and it's painted black. It needs to be touched up because it's old. But I think I can get heavy enough casters to screw into the bottom of the 2 chairs so that they would easily roll. What are you thinking about that one? Thank you, Miss Panda. Thank you, thank you. It's time. It is a nice place, and we bought this house when 19, almost 20 years ago. We decided on the floor plan, and it's been great. The rooms have all changed as our children have grown, so I really have enjoyed being in it, but it has not been painted in 14 years. Sorry, life got lifing, and we all know certain things. So this living space, the one part was painted 2 years ago. And like I said, I have the paint for the kitchen and hallway area. But one thing I do want to build, and I know I can build it, is, let's come right here to this space. It has some angles, so it's kind of odd and weird. But this is just like a little, you can see how it's like a little half wall. And then this is the wall. It's about 2.5, 3 feet wide, going into a doorway right here. But I have my little tea container. Let me break it down right here. So you can see I have this storage container here. And my initial thought was here's the light switch, so it'd have to be from here to here and all the way to the top, to somehow make cabinets with clear plexiglass doors that would just kind of open at the bottom and just like kind of raw looking, painted white, nothing, to house and hold my teacups. I have an addiction to, let's call it an addiction. I love glass. I love glass of all kinds, but I really adore teacups. I adore antique porcelain. I adore it. So I have this huge collection of cups and saucers, coffee cups, teacups, just fancy cups and saucers that I would love to be able to display. Then I started thinking today, what if I moved this, because the other side of the wall is just about as wide, over to the other side of the wall, and then I could almost put shelves, like almost a V, a double stack of shelves up, or I could go ahead and do from floor to ceiling these shelves, because I probably have enough teacups to fill floor to ceiling say you're gonna fit 1, 2, 3, 4 on each shelf. Each shelf needs to be about that high, so it'd be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I would be able to fill most of it with them. So I don't know, that's my big question. I have decided for this, I made this little frame, just put chicken wire. It's great to hang. We hang Christmas cards and, you know, whatever pictures come up, we hang it here. But because this is an open weave, I'm gonna set this over in front of our thermostat. And because it's open enough, it should not interfere with getting air, and then I can adjust my thermostat up and down, but it'll cover that ugly box. So that's where I think I'm moving that. And then the big table is gonna go back in the other room, back in the dining room. And then the recliner that's in the dining room that became my husband's office during the vid will come back here. But the question is, crown molding or not? Let me know. Now, I have crown molding in the room, that room, the hallway, and the front rooms have crown molding. It's just that this space does not. The office, the bathroom, the little half bathroom that I redid, that has crown molding. One other thing, I'm gonna show you something. It's hilarious. I'm short. Surprise, I'm short. And my family, those of us that live in this house, we're not the tallest people. Right above here is a lamp. It's the ceiling lamp, but it's directly over a chair. It's not over the center of the table. I'm gonna definitely move that over to the center of the table. However, my daughter's boyfriend and boyfriend's family are very tall. So every time they come over to the house, they bash their head on our on our chandelier piece right there. So that's kind of funny. So let me see, because I'm not seeing comments today. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do crown molding or not? I need some ideas. I need some help. Don't you? My sister said move more. There you go. I'll move that. Yeah, do we need molding or not? What are we gonna do? I think I also have down this hallway my children's, all their school pictures are on a wall, but I'm missing half of their pictures. And I'm kind of thinking I might want to move that. I'm lopsided, aren't I? I might want to move, woo, there you go, that to a different spot. No, I like the school pictures down the hall on the artwork and all. But the height of this, I still wouldn't mind having a corner cabinet. So I need ideas. I need somebody to jump in and tell me which to do, what to do. I don't want to invest in really fun or design a really fun corner piece if I'm then gonna put. Oh, thank you, Miss Panda. You know, it's at this point though, the house now, I didn't make any changes when we first bought it, and I didn't add my personality. It was really neutral, and plus we didn't have much, you know. And then as we've collected things over the years, but I do want my personality to kind of show more. What about this? I have an idea. In the corners, instead of doing crown molding, and see, with resale values, crown molding ups the resale value of your house. I don't know why. It's visually what buyers like. And we know we probably have 10 to 11 years. All right, we have 11 to 12 more years before we kind of move closer to where our children decide to settle, that kind of thing. So this is not this last little bit, but what about this idea? What if, and it might be fun to make this. Okay, so we're not going to do crown molding in here, but in all the corners, we take, I'd almost do like hands holding the ceiling up in plaster. So it would sit flat and it would just be white hands. Like one, and I think that would be really cool. 1, 2, I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be a fun project. To have hands upside down, because they have all the casting things now and they're not hard. You don't have to spend a lot and buy huge quantities. You can actually buy the quantities you want, but to buy the casting pieces to cast the plaster, to then just hang it in the spots where the wall has an angle. I think that would be kind of really unique and kind of really fun. Yeah, I like the angels, where they have the angels that are sitting up like holding the ceilings, but I think that piece of wall sconce can be a bit pricey. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're right here now, but knowing we're gonna downsize everything, I'm kissing 60. My husband has, a few more years until he's eligible for a second retirement. So we know, and only thing I'm bringing into the house at this point are things that ultimately make me, just laugh or just bring me so much joy, and things I know that I can alter and move on with. So in terms of like my collections, but I hate to not have my collection out and be able to see it. And now I don't have little kids, younger children, that are throwing stuff around, running around. I can put that out and enjoy it now. So, okay, I am really, really liking, let's make the hand sconces, so it'll just be the wrist up to hold the ceiling up. That would be good. You know what would be really fun? I need to get the stuff. My mother, bless her heart, I love my mom to death. Her hands are massive. Like she could palm a basketball. But because her hands are so big, where mine are kind of small, that might be like the size that I really need. And I think it would be like really symbolic, and something my kids would like to have, later on, that, their grandmother is holding up the roof or the ceiling. I kind of really like that idea. Or their dad, but I think she has bigger hands than their father. Yeah, but it's his house. So I'm gonna have to go with Patrick. We're gonna get the kits and we're gonna cast your hands. And then you can hold it up. We'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cast. And that won't be bad. That is very, very doable. Okay, writing that down. We're not going with that, but we're doing hand cast. I love that idea. Hand cast for ceiling. I love messing with plaster. I love messing with all kinds of plaster. There's so much stuff that you can really do with it, and then you can get in and file it down and change it up. The other thing I know I'm going to do in one of the other rooms is the when you just get 1x1s and you want to do like plaster, or like, the old-fashioned frames that had, if you just get a cake decorating kit and you put your plaster in it, and then you can do all kinds of reliefs. And thankfully our house is old enough that I'm not afraid to do that in it. And ultimately, I don't have to take it down. Somebody else can, right? But I would love to have some reliefs going on in our formal dining room. Let me show you one thing that I really liked. Okay, we're gonna turn away. Don't look at my double chin. I forgot to put the filter on. So we're gonna come down this hall right here. So when I redid this room, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so this is our small bathroom. And this was just a broken board I had that I painted white. This is just a plastic piece of something that I found in one of the craft sections for $2. I painted it white. It comes right off. It's kind of, got it at Hobby Lobby. I just painted it. I had it glued at one time, but the glue didn't hold. And I really just kind of, I gotta figure out where it was exactly. I really like this as a window frame in the bathroom because still getting enough light. Most people their head's not showing too far. Ooh, it'd be better if I cleaned in the bathroom sometimes. So that was a window treatment that I have just adored. I just put hooks on the back. It's being held up by a tension rod. And yeah, that's it. I put some glitter on it in the silver. Kind of wanted to have an antique-y feel in here. So let me skip this way, close that toilet. But what I did in here, which was kind of fun, I don't know, I don't even know if you can even tell. Let's see, on the ceiling, trying to get it where you could see it. I put the glitter into the paint, and then, so when I painted, so it kind of, I don't know, it's glittery. You can't go wrong with glitter. Nice thing is I'll never have to sand that down. And then what I had done is I just found with the mirror, it had one of those big construction mirrors that took up the whole space and was nothing. This is just a plastic frame. It was like a $12 mirror. I pulled the construction mirror off, and then I just painted this white. I just spray painted it and put the thing around it. So I've really always kind of enjoyed that. But I definitely like this ceiling. So I think where I want to go with it is that every space kind of has something special to offer. Here's my babies. Oh, you look at my wall, because I have you captive, but they have fallen off. So my little ones, when they started school, and then it went all the way up through their school years. Except the homeschool years for my son are missing, but we gotta get them finished. But they're my babes. I would like to, like I said, I'd like to finish. You can see where they've just randomly fallen. So I need to get that fixed, but I do like that wall. And so with that being said, does that kind of give you an idea of how I am looking to decorate things, how I want it to kind of be each space individually spectacular and uniquely interesting, that we enjoy being here. Now, see this? Let me show you something. See this? See that? I did not hang that cabinet. It is so off. That was when the builders, but I've lived with it. It doesn't bother me. Honestly, I can't see up there that much, so that doesn't. Yeah. See, and that's the thing, Miss Panda. I don't want to collect. I really don't want to collect anything else, because what I have that means something to me, it's going to be hard to pick and choose what to take. what to downsize with, what do I want to keep. And truthfully, the rest is going to wind up in a resale shop, Goodwill, CHKD. It's not. Because anything that is of a quality piece, I will keep with me. But I do kind of like the symbolism of Patrick's hands cast to hold the ceiling up. Because Lord knows, over the years, he has, hey, African JoJo, we're talking about my redecoration of the kitchen area. Welcome, my dear, welcome, welcome. But he, over the years, has definitely held it together, held this house up, held it down, held it around. So I really think my children would get a kick out of that. I think I would look at his hands and like be like, really love it. So that's what we're gonna do. No crown molding. Now the last decision is, yeah, I am not a see, that's my thing. I'm not a big, I don't like things sitting out. I don't like to have to dust. I am not a duster. So most of the stuff, here I'll let you kind of look around. We'll take a walk through. And my thing is undoing itself. I don't, so that's why I don't have, thank you, JoJo. I don't have a lot of knickknacks sitting out when I come over here. You know, I just have a couple things on the mantle, my children's pictures and their things. Marley, I got right there on the sofa. But I just am very minimalist. And all of these plants have just come into play not too long ago. And then when we come in here, this is going to go back, you know, this room will turn back into the dining room. We'll bring the table back in here. And it does have a lot more pictures now. And things will alter, but I'm not a lot of knick-knacky, so maybe I should bring the china cups down, yet pull out the one I like for the day and set it on the table. That's true, Miss Panda. I think I need to get them out of the attic, get them out of the dining room, and really use them as centerpieces on the table. I think you're right. I think visually to have them all out all the time, have another spot would drive me crazy. Miss Panda for the win. Okay, we're not going to make that cabinet. Scratch that off the list. But we're going to get the cups down. We'll go through the collection and we can set them into box because I love a good box. We can put them for seasons. Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, now, before I get too far into this, Miss JoJo, my number one. JoJo's my number one daughter. African JoJo, how is my grandson doing? How is school going for him? Has he adjusted? Are you able to go visit him? Please let us know in the chat how it's all going, because we need to know how my grandson is doing. Patrick, you didn't even know we got a grandson. But he's in school, he's in boarding school, so. But he was so excited that his mama got home, and they were so cute working together. So, oh, JoJo, is that really your sister? I mean, like, I don't know. It was like your sister you were staying with. Oh, no, he misses you. I do too. Oh, let me tell you guys, you want to hear something hilarious? I went and saw my sister. My sister had told me, don't sit still because it's boring to move around and to dance in my videos. So here I'm dancing for her. She says, Paige. All right, well, she has a little bit of an accent. hey, go you did. And I'm like, what am I using? She says, go put this on your hair. It's a mask. My sister has black hair. My sister's hair is black. Jet black. Black, black. My hair back here, let's take a look. Not so black. It's not jet black. This purple lavender mask, my hair is now purple. She dyed my whole hair. My hair is purple. Oh yes. Oh yes, it's all dyed purple. I don't even know if you can see. Hold on, let's get up here. Can you see the purple dye in it? Maybe not how I have it wrapped. But down at the ends, my sister dyed my hair purple. And then when I said, Nikki, my hair's purple, do you know what she said? That looks good. It'll look good with your outfit. And I'm like, yes. Okay, nice. Oh, I'm so glad you had time with your sister. Sisters are the best. Actually, next week when I'm up with my mom and doing my lunchtime lives at her house, maybe she'll join us for one. I don't know though, because when I told her I was gonna do YouTube, you know, she laughed her head off. So she might not. But anyway, my other sisters are up there, so I can't wait to spend time with them and be able to see them. My one has, we've been texting, and it always seems, and it's so sad, like with family and family members, unless you're planning a trip or planning a visit, that you don't really get the time with each other, you know. So yeah, I got a kick from my sister. Dig it. That's what she tells me to do. Exercise on my videos, get kicking. I'll have to do a whole video interpreting my younger sister. This is the one that's right under me. She says she's a month, but it's like a year. But we're right at the same age. But then my baby sisters are years, whole different generation, because they were at the very end, and they don't watch YouTube. It's kind of like asking them to come on Facebook. Oh, you send me a message on Facebook, and they're like, oh, you want what? From where? We don't do that, actually. Yeah. No, I'm not. So on my sister's channel, she's all, you know, she's so in shape. She is just like this little six-pack mama, and she's just ripped up. And she says it's because she's always moving. Now, she really is always moving, and I really think she probably needed some medication in her lifetime to bring her down a little bit. She doesn't need to come down, but she's always punching and kicking. And she says, if you kick 100 times a day, you'll be thin. Okay. You know how some people have the art of the backhanded compliment? She's so cute. Oh, Nikki, I love you. You know I love you. So she looks at me and she says, oh, honey, you look good. Some people like curvy women. And I said, thank you, sister. You look fabulous too. I love it. I wish I could be that subtle, you know, as such a different way to do it. Me, I'm just like, oh wow, you got that. You know, but she always has like this compliment, and it's, she really is very complimentary, but she's slick. She is slick. And then if she doesn't get it, she's just like, oh, I just didn't understand. But yeah. You've seen the video of my sister. We'll have to get her on this channel too. We'll have to do a dual live, and we'll cook together, because she can go live and I can go live, and we can StreamYard it, and we will cook together, and then you'll be able to hear her compliments. Like, oh, you want to do that? That's great. Some people will like that. Most people won't, is what's implied, but
I'm sure there's somebody that would eat that. Glad you stayed away. You gotta love those family members. But I think we have a plan now. Thank you, Miss Panda. I think you're 100% right that I do not want to hang all of these. I don't want to make a cabinet that's open to show off all of my coffee cups because I think visually it would overwhelm me. I'm gonna go through them all. I'm gonna make nice boxes. I'm gonna clean the garage. That's a whole nother video. I'm a clean person and I don't have stuff sitting around, but I'm a closet slob. You know, some people, they really like have everything in order all the time, or they have certain spots that aren't in order and then the rest. Well, I'm a closet slob. Truthfully, if it can fit in a closet and I can get that door shut, the house is clean. That's my number one cleaning tactic. So the garage I consider a big closet. And every once in a while it'll get clean, but for the most part it's not getting clean. So we definitely need to get down there organizing. Yes, go get your dinner, Jojo. We're here every day from 11:30 to 12:30. We're doing our lunchtime live, or it can be your dinner time live. We're gonna sit down here with Marley and we are going to be together these last few minutes of our live. Thank you for popping in, my dear. Oh, look at that. We're all sideways. Blessed night to you as well. Blessed night to you. Marley, you have to be on camera now. There you go. There he is. He was all barking earlier, ready to go. He was ready for his lunchtime live. So yeah, that's the project. I don't think it should be that expensive because I have the paint already, and that's the expensive part. I have learned over the years, when you're going to redecorate, you definitely 100% want to go with good quality paint. Paint that is inexpensive or at a discount store is great. The color might be great. However, you're going back to buy 3 or 4 gallons of it because it doesn't spread the same way. It doesn't act the same way. And honestly, it's not, you wind up spending more money than you do if you just went ahead and bought the expensive paint. I've also found, here's another tip, that if you know you're going to paint or have a home painting project coming up, if you wait for holidays to come around, any holiday, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, Father's Day, anything that's happening, that you will get some of the discount, like Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware. Hold on, you're not even seeing my beautiful face. Man, I put makeup on, so we're gonna all look. By the way, yes we are. There we are. But when you get your paint, you do want, like I said, the quality, because without it, there's no sense at all. You're gonna wind up spending just as much, if not more, because it's gonna take twice as many gallons of paint to get a job done. I found that out the hard way. I learned that lesson about last time I painted the house 14 years ago. So it's worth it. Go ahead and get good quality paint. We're going to start with covering all our holes. We'll take everything down, move everything out, and from there we will prime and sand. And that's what I was thinking, like to almost build a curio, Miss Panda, like just floor to ceiling with the shelves to build one. But honestly, I feel like maybe in order to use, because it's only teacups are the big things I collected.
Now, the other things like my I love china, so the dinner plates and stuff that I have used or gotten, I use those. I love a table set when it has all different antique patterns on it. I just think it looks cute. You know, I do enjoy that. So I think that before I build this shelf, and I'm not saying I'm not going to, but I am definitely going to get all of the collection out, all my teacups, all everything, and separate them into seasons, and then I can put them out because I don't even mind if they're sitting in a group. On, let me tell you, if you have teacups, I don't know, Miss Penn, if you have teacups or nice fine china, and you take the fine china or the coffee cups, teacups, whatever, and you just drop in a tea light candle or just the battery operated candle, and you have it like on a table as a centerpiece and put some at different heights. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It looks so good. I could even put a couple on my mantle because on my mantle I just have fake candles, and the other pieces that are sitting up there, my son just did a machining course and it was all his machining projects. So that doesn't have to live there permanently. But I could put some, and putting the tea lights in them or the battery operated tea lights, it really does look great. And then I can still use them. But I've been looking for a curio and I really wanted them in the dining room. Uh, and truthfully, I think I want my mom's. So I'm kind of holding out because I remember when she got those and we put those together and they're the corner pieces and they're just, oh, I mean, it's gorgeous. They're wood, blah, 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 blah. So I have this problem that I really kind of fight, and it is hard, like when you're decorating, that I have very modern taste. I like a very modern, sleek lines, but then I also have very traditional, and it's like an equal love for both. I I just can't pick just one, you know. Uh, yeah, I think I just need a bigger house. That might work. So if I double the size of the house, I could have traditional on one side, and then I can have modern on the other. Yeah, it is. If you have, I'm telling you, if those little tea lights and you just light them in coffee cups and saucers, and your good china, your old china, or just find some, it glows, it like casts a yellow glow. It is beautiful. And also, like I said, I love glass. I love glass. And I have a huge bowl that's a glass hand blown red bowl, and putting a candle inside of that. But it has stood up to tea light. And then if I want a heftier candle, I get the battery operated. I don't know. And it definitely glows nice. But I'm telling you, I definitely like to decorate with them. And then it kind of adds like this semi-romantic flair to it. But it looks really good. And it's fun and unexpected. I also will drop, say if I'm doing a table, the twice a year we have company come over, I could do, if I do a teacup, then I'll do a wine glass and then put the candles in. So you have some that are brighter than others, and it looks really, really, really good. It's just fun. And then, like I said, all my china plates are different and don't necessarily match. Then I have in a box, I don't know,
I have all of my grandmother's china, and I really want to give like each of the grandchildren in the family a set, a set, like, you know, the coffee cup, the plate, just one seating set for them to have of their great, because it would be their great grandmothers. And it was all bought in the 70s. I remember when she bought this. It's not expensive, but I think that now that the children are getting older, just to have one place setting. I know the girls would get it, like, hey, I got one place setting, let's set this out for all our family members, you know, that aren't with us to celebrate with us or whatever. But I'm not sure the guys would get it. However, good news is there's more girls than boys. And I know, like, some of us, our children are having children, so they're great grandchildren around. And I think that some of them would like that. So I do think for Christmas this year, I need to get, and it wound up with me literally because when she passed away and we were loading up stuff, I had the bigger car. So it all came to my house, and other people just didn't want it. It had no great significant financial value. It wasn't anything. I mean, that's the mid-century furniture that she had that was pretty modern. That was cool, and we do have that. But this, these sets, and I know my one sister would like a place setting, so that's what I think I'm gonna do. But but before I can deal with China, which I love, I'm so excited to deal with that. I have to go in order and get things cleaned up and painted. I gotta get this room put back together. One thing I had over the fireplace, I mean not over the fireplace, over my oven, I had like coasters, and there were coasters from, I want to say the 50s, 40s and 50s, where they had the gold around the edge. They were, what did my grandmother tell me they were? When you had people over to play cards, you had a little glass coaster, and it had a flower inside of it. And I had a set of 8 that she had given me, actually. And I had them up over the oven. And I did kind of like that, hanging that way. But then you had to keep taking them down and cleaning them, and I felt they were getting a little too much wear and tear. But with that being said, I hope everybody had a wonderful lunch, a wonderful dinner, a wonderful breakfast. I hope you have your projects lined out. I can't wait to start this kitchen project with you all, and we will see where it goes. Yeah, that's where we are on this Thursday. It is a Thursday. One thing doing a Monday through Friday live vlog is it is helping me keep my day straight. And in the meantime, my sister says to move more, move more. So let's all go move more. Marley says he's not moving anywhere. I said, come on, Marley. Marley hasn't made me famous yet. He's trying. He's trying to be YouTube famous. He was asleep. What happened? I'm YouTube famous. Say, hey, Miss Panda. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Juju. Hey, Nikki. Where are they? Where are they? All right, everybody. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Just be fabulous. Later. Okay.